Hey YouTube, how you guys doing tonight? I'm gonna make a second video for the day. I made a video earlier about him waiting at the movie theater for them and going into Dave and Buster's and acting crazy. That's somewhere in the middle of all these texts. It's really hard to keep the timeline right with Daniel because he posts here and then he posts there and he'll post old shit to this other place and everything. But whenever you go to his community, you always know that you're gonna get in chronological order. But I've got all the videos from this night, from tonight's meltdown, and I got all the videos from yesterday to do as well. I've probably got 3 hours of Daniel to fuck around with, so it is what it is. But let's read these now. All right, this is where we were. Okay, I got another motel room tonight. I'm safe for the night. The shift is coming. Clark got a promotion on the Vanderwall team. Everyone on management agrees Tina Vanderwall is now holding us back because she had an excuse that was she was too tired to come downstairs last night at the hotel to let me in. Yeah, okay, Daniel. That you really buy that excuse? You really buy that someone was too tired to come downstairs to open up the door and let her daughter's, betrothed, go in there. She was too tired to let the love of her daughter's life into the hotel. All right, excellent, Daniel. Great logic. All right, I'm about to break up with Grace Vanderwall for trolling. No comment. Well, he deleted it. Grace Vanderwall is taking me clothes shopping today, man. Don't we all wish we could go clothes shopping? I know I'd like to have more clothes. How about you guys? That's one thing. Whenever you're young, and it's like Christmas, you're like, oh man, they got us clothes. Whenever you get like 20 years old and shit like that, you're like, oh hell yeah, clothes. That's just the way it is, though. As you get older, priorities change. Grace Vanderwall and Tina Vanderwall were just at my location and took a picture of me and leaked it online. Crying, heartbroken, something angry. Grace Vanderwall refused to walk up to me. Grace Vanderwall is getting the apartment keys today. So she didn't want nothing to do with them, and now they're getting an apartment together. In two different texts. Grace Vanderwall's moving truck is already in Denver. Yeah, I'm so sure it is. Denver's a nice place, don't get me wrong. But if you had to choose between living in the city that never sleeps and living in the city that always snows, you know what I mean? I live in the city that never sleeps. I've never been to New York, but I've known people that've been there and stuff like that. I think it'd be cool as fuck to just walk around there at night, you know what I mean? Because I'm a nighttime person, big time. I'm definitely a nighttime person. Like, naturally, my clock, I'll go to sleep at like 3 in the morning and wake up at like 1 in the afternoon kind of stuff. That's my natural clock. Always has been. I don't know why. It's just the way I'm wired. All right. Today, 3 is nothing but issues with the Vanderwalls. Well, he's not. He's probably going to jail after tonight. But if he was not going to jail tonight, I think day 4 would have been the day that he figured it out. I don't know though. Clark just flew into Denver. 2 security guards just flew into Denver. Bob is refusing to give me money for food. Tina Vanderwall and Bob are confirmed in contact. Oh yeah, they're definitely chatting it up. See, Bob's just cut all contact with them the other day because he kept trying to say that he was at lunch with Grace and all that. Mr. Do is in contact with Dave Vanderwall in Kansas City. Man, he don't live in no Kansas City. She was born in was she born in Kansas? I think she was born in Kansas. Kansas City's a nice town though, don't get me wrong. It's all right. It ain't. St. Louis is a rough motherfucker, man. I've worked there, and like it's so bad in a certain neighborhood that you got to have somebody watching the fucking tools and shit like that, or crackhead will just wander up and steal shit, and just run off. You know what I mean? All right. The next time the Vanderwalls want to meet me, they can visit me in prison. Good. Fuck you, Dad. I hope you do go to prison. Nah. See, for Daniel to go to prison, he'd have to do something horrible to somebody. Which, as we all know, is coming. You know what I mean? He's going to attack somebody or do something crazy. It's coming. He's a dangerous individual. He really is. I got banned last night from another food restaurant. Well, quit trying to sleep in there and charge your phone. I got harassed last night in public, and people were saying I kidnapped Grace Vanderwall. Now, that's a funny one. Let's see this comment. Aw. The Vanderwalls told me yesterday that they were in contact with Regal the entire time when I was there, getting them to manipulate everything and say that the ticket was real. Oh, the um Regal's the damn theater. Okay, I get it. Yeah, that's in my video. I've got that covered up to now. The Vanderwalls are 100 to blame. 100% to blame, huh? I have more information about the impersonation issues. Oh, there's a Liquid Daniel now. That'd be funny as hell. I think that there could be a Liquid Christine. You know, like maybe have a real woman do it. You know, I think that would drive Chris off the deep end if someone did that. Liquid Christine. Have a pretty regular girl do it, and then there's old ugly freakish Chris. Chris, man. If I was Chris, I wouldn't transition. That boy just ain't made for it. You know what I'm saying? He could be like a cross-dresser or something like that, man. He shouldn't be trying to be a girl because it ain't in him. No, the Vanderwalls showed up again today but refused to talk to me. Message from Tina Vanderwall. You are leaking it. I don't care, Tina. Angry, angry, angry. That's Daniel. He's an angry guy. The apartment needs to happen today or I'll block the troll pretending to be Tina Vanderwall. Not Tina Vanderwall. Bob needs to send me money for food today or I'll block Bob. I agree with that. The only person in this world that gives a fuck about this dumbass, all these fucking trolls and shit have him fighting with. He's so stupid he never figures it out. I agree with LBI Entertainment and Columbia Records that the Vanderwalls are slacking. Last night only made things worse. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. Hold on a second. I'm on the phone with one of the Vanderwall team members out of South Carolina. I don't know about South Carolina, but everybody I ever met from North Carolina was a fucking goober. They were weird motherfuckers. They really were. I don't know about South Carolina. Maybe it's more normal there. Last night when I went to the hotel and everyone called Tina to tell her to come down and get me, Tina's excuse that she was in bed and tired today. Her story from Tina was that she was at dinner last night and wasn't at the motel/hotel to be able to bring me in. So the troll made an excuse, and now Daniel's believing it again. I don't know why this is, but Tina is not only lying to me about what she is doing, or the times, or whatever, or whenever we're supposed to meet up whatever we're supposed to meet up, lying about almost everything. But I have found out that she's lying to the entire management. Management's fighting. Don't believe that troll, believe me. And then they're like, no, that guy's a troll, believe me. And then they're all trolls, you know what I mean? You got trolls trying to say that other people are trolls when they're trolls themselves, and that their window into Daniel's life is, rickety. The bridge to Daniel's life is rickety at best, you know what I mean? Because as soon as they pull something like they did tonight, which was hilarious, and if that, that was funny. They actually did a good one. But the thing about that is, whenever they do that, Daniel don't trust him no more. So, well, he's probably going to jail. But if he doesn't go to jail, he'll probably have new management soon. But I don't know. I don't know a lot about the people that interact with Daniel. I try and keep away from all that. I try not to get involved. You know what I mean? You don't want to get involved with these people. Don't get too close to them. You know what I'm saying? There is supposedly that Clark got fired and isn't even supposed to be on the Vanderwall team. I am hearing suspicion that when Clark got fired from the Vanderwall team, LBI Entertainment decided to hire him. Tina is also claiming that Bob is putting me in physical harm. Of course, the troll named Tina that you've been chasing for 3 days now is telling you that Bob is the problem. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to fuck you and Bob up, stupid. Don't you understand that? Like the guy on the porch. They're coming for you, bud. Or girl, or whatever the fuck you are. So I'm now being told from the Vanderwalls management that Bob doesn't realize the amount of work going into everything. Everything has to be safe, and I can't be on the streets. What is going on? Any updates? Forget about everything. I'm tired of this. You're wasting my time. You don't get the choice the Vanderwalls do. Make the public apology or be permanently removed from all communications with the Vanderwalls. What the goddamn fuck am I apologizing for? I know you got lots to apologize for, buddy. That's the same one. I'm so confused. What are you confused about? She's obviously fake. Shut the fuck up and move on, dumbass. See, I don't understand people that chase after women that don't want them. She doesn't want you. And you chasing after her isn't going to make her want you. It's just pathetic, man. If any of you listen to this, if there's some girl that you're all hung up on, that you love and all that shit, you know, but she doesn't want nothing to do with you, have some self-respect, brother. Just move on, man. Fuck that bitch. Plenty of girls in this world. You know, you don't have to fucking, you know, cry your eyes out for some bitch that, you know, is supposed to be the one that, you know, you can't have anybody else next to her. Don't put women on a pedestal like that, man. They're just the same as you and me. And if they don't want you, they don't want you. That's just the way it is. So don't bother them. You know, just deal with it. You know what I mean? Sometimes people that you like don't like you back. And it's just the way life is, you know? They won't even let me call her out on anything without me having to go live for an apology. I will leak more conversations because I was directly lied to. This is why Bob won't give me more money. Bob don't give you money because you get money from your grandma's inheritance. You get $200 a day, man. You ain't getting no sympathy from me. You can go fuck yourself. And Dana needs to stop lying about Bob before I... I'm going to say set was the word that the autocorrect meant. Her house on fire. Alright, Tina Vanderwall needs to stop blaming Bob for sexual relations or I will light Tina's house on fire. See, you guys don't understand, alright? You got this dumbass so freaked out now, he's actually wanting to set people's houses on fire. Real people, you know, because these idiots pretend to be them. You can pretend to be someone that isn't real. You don't have to fucking pretend to be the goddamn Vanderwalls. You know, if you catfished him for long enough, he'd probably fall more in love with the fucking fake girl than the fucking Tina you're pretending to be. Not Tina, fucking Grace you're pretending to be. So really, you know, you could go farther with the delusions too with the fake girl as well, you know what I mean? Grace only goes so far because she's a real person, you know what I mean? A fake person you could, you know, make whatever you want because they're a fake person, you know? Can somebody do a remix of Daniel Larson's Roaring Thunder and just put a whole bunch of fucking cannons to the song? Tina Vanderwall is becoming too toxic. Why is Tina Vanderwall saying I'm hitting myself right now when she isn't even with me? Fuck her. Hell yeah. Well, not hell yeah, you know. He's figuring out the troll. It hasn't clicked in his head that it's a troll yet, but eventually it will. Them little cogs up there will start turning, you know what I mean? Maybe. What the fuck? Stop hitting yourself, Daniel. I'm not, bitch. No housing today. Also, Daniel McDougall is a threat to the Vanderwalls, this fake Secret Service agent. I don't have to apologize to Tina Vanderwall for the fact that I was told by Tina to be at the hotel last night, and it's not my fault she didn't come down, so I don't have to apologize for shit. Need that big brain thoughts, Daniel. I want a restraining order on Tina Vanderwall. Hell yeah. Sure you could get one. Hey, Daniel, we just got on the plane home. We will only ever think about coming back once you've done a public apology. Until then, your apartment is also not in use. I don't know what I'm apologizing for. I'm too confused. Let's see. Don't apologize for anything, Daniel. You're right in this situation. Yeah. I just sat down for lunch. I'm still waiting on Bob for assistance and waiting on the apology video from Tina Vanderwall. Gee, it would be nice to know the issues before I got reported to LBI Entertainment. So sick, man. All these fake fucking everything. He's been running around believing this shit for like 3 years now, this stupid motherfucker. He just needs to wake up to the fact that he's not famous. Well, he can't do that. It's part of his delusions. I just ordered lunch. I need Bob to call me. You know, I'm a lot less mean to Daniel after I found out, you know, that, you know, he was a level 10 according to the girl who was in my comments. You know, he had to be watched all the time, even when he went to the bathroom. So, knowing that now, you know, I'm not as mean to him, you know, because now I understand, you know what I mean? So that, you know, I'm not going to go so hard against Daniel anymore, you know, because he doesn't really deserve it because he can't help it. But the fact that he can't help it doesn't change the facts that he still does the things that he does, and he shouldn't be on the streets. So I'm going to still make fun of him. I'm just not going to go, you know, as hard on him as I used to. because now I understand it more. Like, I was a lot angry at him before because I thought he was conscious, you know what I mean? Like, he's spending $60 on the noodles, not he's crazy, so he ordered it and whatever it costs, he's going to do it. Because Daniel can't cook. Daniel is, he doesn't know how to cook. And a lot of some caregivers of his, they talked about that. Like, the only thing he wants for dinner is macaroni and cheese, which I think is gross. I like macaroni and cheese like 3 or 4 times a year, you know? Oh, and there's one thing, the Walmart brand macaroni is better than Kraft. It is. It's better than Kraft. And then whenever you make macaroni, the thing you do is you put in the amount of butter it says to do, but then you just put in a little bit of milk. You don't put a 1/4 cup milk in there like they say, and it makes a lot of cheesier, richer macaroni if you don't add as much milk, which, you'll get just, a little splish of milk, you know what I mean? Mostly butter. It makes a big difference. It makes it a lot better. All right, I just ordered lunch. I need Bob to call me. I can't go live until I leave my current location. I'm not allowed to do Discord until Daniel McDougall's rules. I would love to get into his Discord, but at the same time, that's too close to interacting with the lol cow. I think I might start a Discord server. I might, one of these days. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about it. Hopefully, it doesn't get too toxic, but it probably will. That's how it is. Everything's a hassle in a way. You know what I mean? My phone is monitored by Daniel McDougall. I'm canceling all my appointments for tomorrow. I don't know what is going on because I'm just going off information I'm being given from the entire management team. I can't go live until Bob gives me an emergency $300. What the fuck? He's so fucking money grubbing, begging little fucking asshole, man. He really is. That's all he cares about, Bob, is money. All he does is he wants Bob to give him money, and then he threatens to kill Bob when he doesn't get money. I don't understand it. I'm glad Bob went no contact with him after him pretending that he's in contact with the Vanderwalls now. If I was Bob, I wouldn't fucking be in contact with them. See, some people think that Bob and Daniel have a sexual relationship, and I don't believe that at all. Because I'm one of those good people like Bob. I know we exist, and I could see, if I was, involved with someone in their youth, giving them money, you know what I mean? I could see doing the same things that Bob's doing. I wouldn't go, I wouldn't fucking let it go on as long as Bob did, you know what I mean? I'd have been like, hey, fuck this guy, I'm washing my hands of him. But people like Bob do exist. So there are people that would help Daniel and truly love him, from when he was a child. So I don't think Bob has sex with Daniel. I don't think Bob groomed Daniel. I don't believe any of that. I don't believe it for a second. That's just how it is, you know what I mean? I have to plan as if I'll be on the streets tonight. I'm just waiting for Bob to call me so everyone is on the same page. Yeah, because he thought that Bob was coming to the Olive Garden tonight, which was a few hours ago. That's a fucking freak out and a half. I'm going to do that one tomorrow. I might do it tonight. I drank a bunch of coffee. I don't know, probably tomorrow, though. Because they're like 40 minutes long a piece, and a lot of it's just him staring into the fucking phone with his empty, soulless eyes, I know why I need to apologize now. Yeah, you should apologize for even bothering that girl and leave him the fuck alone. Bob has 5 minutes to call me or I'll be fired. I'm embarrassed. I can go live I can go live if I can trust everyone, including Bob. I didn't feel safe anymore. Daniel, are you okay? I just don't know about anything. I just don't know anything about how LBI Entertainment works. Taylor Swift official. I understand. Have you tried contacting Bob? Yeah, it's very funny that Taylor Swift won the fucking Time Person of the Year. Just throw another white billionaire in there, fuck it, man. Inventors, shit like that. Nah, fuck it. What we need on the cover of Time is some bitch that sings songs, you know what I mean? No offense to Taylor, but, she doesn't deserve to be Time's Person of the Year, man, for singing pop songs, you know what I mean? And, I like some of her songs. I ain't gonna lie to kick it. I like some of her songs, but, yeah, she shouldn't be Time Person of the Year is what I'm saying. It's not that I dislike her. It's just another white billionaire, really? Come on. All right. Bob needs to call me so I can do the live stream safely outside. Please check out my song Something More on Spotify and iTunes. I think Daniel McDougall has been giving me misinformation, trying to frame me into getting fired from the Vanderwalls management. Is it slowly dawning on this fool that maybe Daniel McDougall isn't real? Reva at Denver Disability Resource Center told me I wasn't in contact with Izzy Simpson or Grace Vanderwall. Hell yeah, go Reva. Fucking tell this idiot the way it is, man. Maybe if enough people tell him it ain't real, he'll fucking figure out it ain't real. As soon as I get the apartment and Grace Vanderwall and I are there, Bob will get back in contact. No, he won't. And that's not going to happen. Fucking Grace doesn't love you. She doesn't want anything to do with you, man. She hates you. Her brother wants to beat your ass. You know what I mean? We were trying a 5th time. I used to work in the porn industry, but I left because I was sexually abused. Ugh. Porn. Yeah, you can sex worker all you want. The word is prostitute. Give a fuck. I didn't know that the contract with the Vanderwalls and LBI Entertainment was already signed. Stop calling me a pedophile or I'll set Daniel McDougall's house on fire. Okay, Daniel. I don't know how that's going to keep him from calling you a pedophile, but burn, baby, burn, you know. Rick Yorn is telling me I can order anything I want to order. It's on them. Oh, he's at this is when he gets to the Olive Garden. I've been to the new apartment already. You know, you went to some place that you don't live at, and the trolls told you to go there, and you're too stupid to realize it. All right. Emergency, my location is breached. The live stream I just had to do breached my location. Denver Disability Resource Center told me that I was in contact with a LBI Entertainment impersonator, and I think they have been real all along. That's because you're fucking stupid. None of it's real. None of this shit is real, Daniel. When are you going to wake up to the fact? It's been 3 years, buddy. 3 years these motherfuckers have been making you do whatever the fuck they want, using you as puppet strings. You know what I mean? You're their puppet. All right. I'm terrified because all my life I've been lied to and given fraud information. That's the trolls that you keep trusting because you're stupid. I need to get off the streets tonight. Why is Bob not arranging a motel room? Yeah, man. Why? Bob, man. It's all Bob's fault. Daniel doesn't need accountability. He's got Bob. I need help. Yes, you do. Your song something. You fucking pumping the gas like that, man. I ordered food for the Vanderwalls and they don't believe me. Yeah, they fucking... I'm pretty sure the manager knows who you are. I just made a reservation for 6. For who? You and the 5 voices in your pencil eraser head? Hell yeah, bro. You got that like, man. For you and the 5 voices in your little pencil eraser. I had to read that shit twice. Daniel, I have worked with LBI Entertainment in the past, okay? That's fucking funny. This guy's a genius right here. Thank you, Zach. I needed that tonight. That was a fucking organic laugh. That was funny. We are used to our food already ready when we get to restaurants. I just ordered for the Vanderwalls. You and Grace are meant to be. You two would have beautiful children. Oh, God. I don't even want to think about Daniel's polluting the world with this fucking seed. And devil spawn come out and fucking bring the birth of the fucking Antichrist. They said they are already here in the parking lot. I just ordered for the Vanderwalls, and I'm being told they are also in contact with the restaurant already as well. I'm just waiting for everyone to come in. Keep waiting. See, he thought that the FBI was out there, too, whenever he was freaking out in the Olive Garden. I'll do a video on that tomorrow. All right. The Vanderwalls want their meals pre-cooked and ready so they can have fast service. I've been diagnosed with Ebola. Hot and ready. Am I invited? Hey, man. Ebola is harder to catch than COVID, but it's not like COVID. If you get Ebola, there's a 70% chance you're going to die. If you get Ebola, you're probably going to die. You know what I mean? That shit scares me. But, you know, we have too good sanitation and shit for that to happen. A lot of those countries in Africa, you know, they're not as good with their cleanliness and all that. They don't have as many environmental protections as we do, and, you know, all that other kind of stuff that keeps us from catching that kind of stuff. We have better health care, you know, better hospitals, you know. It is what it is. China's investing in Africa big time, and I think that we should be doing it as well, but, you know, The people that run our country are complete and total fucking retards. It should be obvious to you at this point. You know? Alright. The Vanderwalls and Rick Yorn are arguing with me about the Olive Garden because they won't bring out the meal and have it ready before they get here. I am on my way to Olive Garden, Bob. Daniel, did you know I'm single now? Skill issue. People are getting upset and leaving the restaurant because the waitress won't bring out the food before the Vanderwalls come in. I am required to videotape everything under business LBI entertainment policy. Grace needs another toothbrush video. Hell yeah. Daniel LBI, I want you to go live. Everyone has disconnected their phone at their work offices. Daniel, you need to go live again. You're not safe alone. Management is so done for if they used any real info. I'm behind you, Daniel. Run. Daniel messaged me. I have important info for you and your lawyer. No, I have important info from your lawyer. Okay. There's no way all of you are thinking generally he'll believe in you. He's stupid, but he's not that stupid. He's still falling for the fake graces after years. Are you kidding? You really going to overestimate him at this point? Yeah, I know he's falling for it, but the obvious shit like I'm behind you and stuff like that, it's old at this point. Well, you know. Yeah. Maybe one day he'll wake up to the Vanderwalls too and realize that he's just fucking crazy. Grace Vanderwall got arrested tonight at the Olive Garden. Mr. President, please go live and explain. What's your next plan of attack, Daniel? Probably Bob. Will you have to go to the police station to bail her out? Hell yeah, you could use some of that motherfucking Columbia Records money, you know what I mean? And that might be it. Let's hit a refresh and see something crazy happen. I have to file a police report. I have to file a report for the Vanderwalls. Let's see what this one is. Daniel, please go live. We need to see if you're safe. Show us. We are worried. Justice will be served and the Vanderwalls will be thanking you for your service. Daniel, come back to the Olive Garden. We called corporate and they're going to pay for your dinner tonight. Yeah. Daniel, please go live. We're worried about you. We need you to go live, Mr. Larson, immediately. Grace's life depends on it. What happened, Daniel? Will you bond Grace out? Daniel, I know Grace. She's locked up in Serbia and I'm holding her captive. You must travel to Serbia to free her. In Serbia, that's like the fucking one place worse than Russia. Well, that's the end of this shit. And I'll probably make another video tonight about the freak out at the fucking Olive Garden. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good night. And later on.